Well, guys, here it is. This is week 11. Woohoo! MyStatsLab problem 2 example. We're almost done. Almost there. Let's get it over with. In our problem 2 from MyStatsLab in week 11. Woohoo! A market analyst wants to know if the new website he designed is showing increased page views per visit, and calculates the summary statistics in the table below. So here's our summary stats right here. Assume the new website is website 1 and the old website is website 2. We're testing the hypothesis that the mean number of page views from the two websites are the same, and you may assume the number of page views of each website follow a normal distribution. So our first part A, asks us to calculate the p-value of the statistic given that the approximation formula degrees of freedom are 187.7. It's a one-sided test, and we can let Excel do this for us. So all we need to use is our tdist formula. So we can go equals, start typing in tdist. There it is. Let's click on it. And you see it asks us for x, degrees of freedom, and the number of tails. Where x is right here, that's our t value of 1.243. So let's put in 1.243, comma, the degrees of freedom it gave us is 187.7, so 187.7, comma, we said this was a one-sided test. Let's make that 187.7, comma, one tail, close the parentheses, hit enter, and there we have it, our p-value at 0.1077. On to part B. Part B asks us to calculate the p-value of the statistic using the rule that the degrees of freedom equals the minimum. So we have an N1 minus 1 and N2 minus 1. Not too tough here. We can say equals N1 being 100 minus 1. That gives us 99. And N2 we'll say equals N2 of 90 minus 1. Enter 89. Of course 89 is the minimum degrees of freedom. So we can go back and use our same formula for tdist. I'll double click there. Go back to t again is 1.243, comma. Now our degrees of freedom are 89, comma. We're still on our one tail test. Close the parentheses. And there we have the p-value here of 0.1086. So there we have both p-values using the degrees of freedom of 187.7 and using our minimum degrees of freedom here, which was 89. So only one piece left here. What do you conclude at alpha of 0.10? Well, we know from our reading that we reject the null hypothesis if the p-value is less than or equal to alpha. And we fail to reject the null hypothesis if the p-value is greater than alpha. Well, our alpha is 0.10. Our p-values either way is 0.1077 or 1086. So both of these begin very, very slightly larger than 0.10. So there you have it. There is your example of problem 2 from MyStatsLab week 11. Woohoo, we're almost done. Enjoy.